All right, so I want to change gears a little bit here and do a little, a very basic beginner lesson for a 12-bar blues progression. Before I get into it, though, I am Finbar Bass. If you want some free bass lessons that aren't on YouTube at all, click on the little clicker box right down there, and you got beginner lessons in there, intermediate, advanced, whatever you need. All right, so 12-bar blues. Very easy to learn, very easy to play. And you can make it as simple or as intricate you want, but this is a great thing for beginners to learn. And I'm going to teach it to you with eighth notes, I think, just to get a little bit faster and get your fingers going a little bit. So let's get right on into it. All right, so just real quickly, I'm going to go into how this 12-bar blues is created, what's inside of it. So this is a 1-4-5 progression, and all that means is that if I was to play like a major scale starting on the G, which this is going to be in G, starting on the 3rd fret of the E string, it would look like this. Right? And if I was to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the 1 is the root, of course, to note the G, which is that 3rd string, I'm sorry, 3rd fret of the E string. 1, 2, 3, 4 would be the 3rd fret of the A string, right? So that's 1 and 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 4, and 5, and the 5 gives us the 5th fret of the A string. And now, of course, this can be played anywhere on the neck, but this is how I'm going to show it to you right now. And you'll probably want to move it around and play it a whole lot different than I'm playing it right now once you get comfortable with it. But anyway, what I was playing in the beginning there, probably heard it a million times, but what I'm doing there is I'm starting with my on the 3rd fret of the E string, which is the root, right, or the 1, and then it's going to go to the 2nd fret of the A, and then it's going to go to the 5th fret of the A, and then the 2nd fret of the D string, followed by the 3rd fret, then back to the 2nd fret. And then you're going to go back to the 5th fret of the A, and then the 2nd fret of the A. Right? And what you're going to do is you're going to remember that pattern, and you're going to take that pattern and just place it on the 1, the 4, and the 5 chord. Or 1, 4, and 5 note in this case. So what you're going to be doing now is when you start off with this, and you're going to move it up 1 string, and you're just going to play the same thing on the same number of frets in this case on the A string. Just like that, see? Right? And then when we switch to the 5 chord, you're making that same exact pattern with your fingers, but you're just moving it around from the 1, the 4, into the 5. Just like that. So because it's 12-bar blues, there's 12 bars, and a bar is just like a measure. So there's 12 measures. And how you could think of that, which is, it's good to think about it in the beginning, as a beginner, as 3 bars of 4, right? So for the first 4 bars, or 4 measures, you're going to stay on the 3rd fret of the E string. Right, so you're on there for 4 measures. If you want to count that out, you can, because these are eighth notes, you generally count them 1 and 2 and. So it'd be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3, 2, 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just like that. You could, if you don't want to put the ends in there, you could count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. But that's just customarily how the eighth notes are counted out. So you're going to do that. Those are the first 4 bars in the 12 bars. The first 4, you're just staying right there. Now, for the next 4, for the first 2, you're going to switch that up to the A string. the first two, and then the second two, you're going to go back to the E string on the 3rd fret. Right? Now for the 3rd set of 4 measures, you're going to go up to the 5 note, right? The 5 chord, and that's going to be the 5th fret of the A string. Oh, let me make sure you can see this. Right, and that's for 1 measure. Then you're going to go down to the 4 chord for 1 measure. And then you're going to go all the way back down to the 1 for 1 measure. Whoop. Just like that. There's all different types of variations to this. Sometimes for the very last measure, you're just going to want to remain on the the 1 chord, and then go right back into the starting measure of the 12 bars again. Sometimes you're going to want to go up to the 5th chord, and something like that, called a turnaround, might sound something like this. There's 1 measure of the 1 chord, and then you're going to go into so if I was to play it from the 5 chord, and then back in to the first measure of the 12 bars. Something that you'll see a lot is called a quick change, where for the 2nd bar of the first 4, right, instead of remaining on the 1, you're just going to quickly throw in 1 measure of the 4 chord on that. So that would be the 3rd, if we're doing it in G like we have been. That would be like throwing in 1 measure of the 3rd fret, where you start on the 3rd fret of the A string. So it would look like this right from the start. Just like that. All right, little 12-bar blues for you right in there. Switching it up a little bit. Hope you had fun with that. And please, as always, vary it, switch it around, play it slower, put some more notes in there, and switch it up and make it your own. This is Finbar Bass. Thank you so much for watching. We've got some free lessons for you right down there in the little YouTube clicker box. Don't cost you a thing. No obligation shopping. So you can also click on my little Finbar Bass YouTube channel if you want to subscribe and get more tutorials. And thank you so much for listening, and have fun with that one.